Good morning. Thanks so much for joining us once again. We are here on a brisk morning with owner-operator of Sip Coffee and Beer. This is Mo. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Hey, thank you for having me. Appreciate
luckily,
it.
we have a delicious cup of coffee to keep us warm.
And I'm always, no matter what, I drink cold coffee.
Cold
so.
But thank you again for joining us. So tell us what the inspiration behind Sip Coffee and Beer, because it's kind of a different concept for a coffee shop.
Yeah, so the original owners, Travis and Tita, their whole inspiration, without going too much into detail, was to have a place where people can meet together for coffee and to drink, because that was both their kind of thing. They love coffee, they love beer. Travis's dad used to meet up with his friends and kind of sit and have a cup of Joe together. And Travis loved beer, so he said, why not, put it all
Combine
together.
the two.
Yeah, definitely. So that was their whole original idea. Reusing the buildings, as we have two locations. The one that we're at here in Scottsdale was an old needle point shop. So I'm sure we'll have some of those questions later. But so there's a lot of history to it. But that was really their main vision, to just kind of bring everybody together.
A community. That's why it's more than just the menu.
Right.
It's about a community gathering and recreating, that community that seems to be definitely a lost thing these days.
Well, and that's why none of our locations originally had TVs either, because we wanted people to not come and focus on the television versus communicating with each other. And you can see that especially at this location. There's young entrepreneurs, there's tons of people having meetings at both spots, but they tend to, everyone intermingles and meets each other here throughout the day as well, so it's great.
Yeah, that is great. This has great outdoor space, great indoor space. There's a lot of different, gathering spaces for just a couple of people or bigger groups, which is very cool.
Correct.
So, okay, so you do accommodate, special events and pretty much, small business meetings to everything kind of in between.
I mean, everything under the sun. People film shows here, interviews. We have yoga events out here in combination with Goldwater Brewing, and we were doing that ever since inception, and it's always a great thing. So, yeah, we do a lot. And each month we give back to the community in a specific way, whether we're donating time or blood or things like that. So, or things for the school. So.
Very cool, very cool. And is all of that information available on the website then?
Yeah, usually we'll post it on the website, social media definitely, and then with flyers or whatnot inside the locations as well.
What's coming up and what's going on. Very cool. And then as far as also that kind of local aspect, I noticed a lot of the beers and things are all from local breweries, and that, so you really do try and feature that and support that local aspect.
Definitely. We do all of our coffee is local. Majority, I would say, as we pick and choose the beers that are going on, I would say 80% are local, and then there's a wide variety out there. But we try to use as much local product as we can. So.
That's very cool.
And we always have. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Love the local source. And you also do serve food?
We do serve food. Light bites. Definitely our breakfast burritos are the most popular. This location, the kitchen closes at 2, the other location closes at 2. There's been, obviously, with what's going on in the world today, some, minor setbacks. Yeah, we're pivoting here, but majority of it is mostly breakfast and some lunch items, salads, sandwiches, things like that. So.
What's something unique or that you could tell us that nobody, just the average person stopping in would know about your restaurant or your coffee shops?
So, like I had mentioned previously, so this location, the Scottsdale location, used to be an old needle shop. So, both of this area here, they had some history, and this one was where you'd go buy your yarn and your needles and all of that stuff, or I guess crocheting and things like that. So, so we repurposed this building, and then our other location was an old. If you haven't been there, it has a 3-bay garage, and it was an old Avis Quick Lube. And then in our basement we have a kitchen, and then we also have our other bar down in the basement.
Oh,
So,
very cool.
yeah.
Well, wonderful. So what is the best way for customers to reach you? You mentioned social media is kind of your best outlet for getting information out there to everybody.
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
sure you have a lot of like really loyal followers and
we do.
customers.
We've definitely stepped up our game on Instagram and dabbling into TikTok and our website designer and our team. They did such a great job too. So you can find a lot of the information on the website. But as far as the community-based things, I would visit social media, and then you can just do info@sipcoffeeandbeer.com if you have any questions. So.
Fantastic. And so what you stick to the cold brew, but what's your favorite thing on the menu here?
So honestly, we use a chai called Maya Chai. It's out of Tucson, and it's one of the best chais around. When we've had it, we've had people drop off samples and this and that, but we've been sticking with them for a while, and our dirty chais are pretty popular. Or people mix them up. They'll do chai and lavender and honey chai and vanilla. But our chai is really good, so I always recommend, especially when it's cold like this, a hot chai, because it gives you those like holiday vibes like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I would go with that. And then what has been pretty popular lately is the Chaga from Renewed. So it's it's like your mushroom powder, lion's mane, and a bunch of different other stuff in there. But that's been pretty popular. It doesn't taste anything like mushroom, but we do a mushroom mocha, which is pretty cool. So
you add a little health benefit to your morning coffee.
Yeah, another trend that everyone has to be a part of. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, and what's your favorite beer?
Honestly, it's been I've been switching it up, and I'll go through phases. I'm an IPA kind of guy, but I definitely will do right now like a brown ale or an amber just for a season. I'm not a big stout kind of guy because I get full quickly. So
it's kind of one and done for those.
Yeah, exactly. So a good IPA, a good pilsner, a good lager, but like brown ales and ambers are my jam right now. So
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and you are owner-operator, so you're here.
Owner-operator,
people can ask you. They can see you personally.
Yeah, I'm usually here back and forth between locations. But yeah, you feel free to ask me any questions when you talk about beer and whatever else. So I'm here. So.
Well, this is an amazing place, an amazing space, an amazing vibe. I think it has a really good energy. I think people can sense that right when they come in. So I hope you guys all have a chance to come check it out. Come meet Mo and try a coffee or a latte or a
cocktails.
Beer.
We have cocktails as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say I saw some really cool craft cocktails. You can kind of mix those up on the menu too.
Yeah, we pretty much have everything for everyone. So.
In a cool place.
In a cool place, in a cool
out.
spot, yeah. And we also started back up salsa night every Monday. So we do salsa classes.
So just move the tables out of the way?
Yeah, literally. The team comes in, they move all the tables, and Luis and his team, Luis used to work here prior, and he also teaches salsa and does mortgages. I think he does everything. But that's
quite the talent
Yeah,
spread.
exactly. He leads salsa on Monday nights, which has been pretty fun. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, definitely come check them out on Instagram. Check their website for their latest events. And thank you guys so much for joining us. We appreciate your time. Again, I'm Laura Jewett with True Realty. And if you'd like to be featured as small business on our platform, feel free to reach out. Thanks so much.